That's my crazy fucking mother-in-law. Just, being crazy. It's very communist type crazy too. That Chinese crazy. Oh, so Chinese crazy. But you gotta, you gotta show that respect. It's the Asian culture, it's the Asian way. You can't fuck around. Very, very old culture. Oh, she's going at it again with Jenny. At least we're just having, yelling matches. Because I know there's a lot of people who are in a bad place right now because they're on lockdown. It's a lot of domestic violence. We just got a crazy mother-in-law that yells, so we're okay. If there could be a word for what's going on, Drew D? Hi, chat. If there could be a word for very tired, but what the next step would be, I would say that is what I am today. Now, gotta go to sleep. But today is usually the day I get to catch up with a nap. Unfortunately, I had to get some work done. And my nap got pushed back. And then I was like, well, now I can't nap. Now it's time for coffee. So tomorrow, you best believe I'm going to have a Sunday afternoon nap. And tomorrow I will come to this sim session fresh to death, and way more motivated to talk, at least, because right now I don't feel motivated. I gotta tell you one thing though, I watched Dante's Peak today. My god, what a classic that is. I don't get to watch much movies nowadays, but I'm gonna make it a point that Saturday morning when I make breakfast and let Bodhi he's the easiest to handle, I'd say in the morning time, because he just had a huge fucking 12-hour sleep, and I can just not have to hang out with him, so make my breakfast, make my coffee, make him some food, and Jenny, the lucky bastard, gets to fucking sleep in. My god. Not all the time though. Last weekend she was up both days, but I don't mind getting up, hanging out with the kid. But I'm gonna start making my breakfast, and then the old mother-in-law, she's not too busy yelling at people. Let her put Bodhi down for his morning nap, and then I watch a movie. Anyways, today's movie was Dante's Peak. It was amazing. And then, so we've been doing this thing where we don't, if we're just in the living room, Bodhi doesn't, there's no screen time, there's no music, or there's music, but there's no TV on in the background. It's just better for his development. Anyways, for the last how long now? 10 months, I have not been watching movies. What's going on, Roscoe? And I miss watching, just sitting back and just fucking zoning out and watching a movie. And, you know, I don't get that luxury at night because I want to learn how to play DCS World. He's 10 months old, Drew D. And anyways, I'm changing the rules in the house. I think that Saturday, Sunday, there can be music or like movies on in the room if we're hands on still. We're not just letting him watch the movie. But it's Jenny's days are the weekends, so Papa Bear needs to start watching movies again and just chilling out. On a brighter note, I know how to use my AMRAM and my Sidewinder missiles now in DCS World. So that's a big fucking thing. I'm still having big troubles like programming missions, but I'm not too worried about that because I think as soon as Aaron gets his computer and we get online together, I think us going and tag teaming people or just like building our own server will be fine. But still, I'm gonna need to learn how to use the mission editor, which I don't know how to do right. Like, I get everything going and then I try to like rearm the F-18 before I go up, and it just doesn't want to do it. I don't know what I have to do. Anyways, and then yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it? That I think yesterday I was on live stream doing a little bit of DCS missions. My God, like the days are like blending into one. So yeah, yesterday we were playing and we were getting into some dog fights, and my elevation kept on switching, and they always say like on like the controller setup that you should set it up to, and like delete all the buttons, and now I know why. Like it was so hard for me to figure out that elevation thing. I couldn't like kill anything because I was always like fucking around with my elevation. Those are like the time that you need to get, you know, get one off on the enemy before he gets one off on you. So I fixed that. That was a big thing I needed to fix, and I fixed that. I also learned how to use my sidewinders. So what an AMRAM missile is, it's a missile guided by radar. So you got to pick them up and you... Jenny! Sorry. Jenny! That's like, I'm doing my thing right now. All we're hearing right now is you guys screaming. So the AMRAM is radar guided. So you got to go on your radar, figure out where the guy is, and then you got to shoot. But the thing is, it's like you need to be pretty high up to use it, what I'm finding, because the missile only has enough energy at like below 5,000 feet to go like 10k or 10 miles. So what's a better close combat weapon is either guns or sidewinders. And what sidewinders are is they're infrared, so they pick up heat seeking. So anyways, I learned both those yesterday, and then I set up a quick mission where it was just 2 attack planes, and I would have to go shoot them down. So and then today I set up 2 attack planes, and then I would kill them with the AMRAAM, so the radar guided missiles, and then I would set up helicopters, and I would use the helicopters to practice my sidewinders, because going into a 4-person dogfight, like if they're all 4 attack planes, your chances are very slim to none, even if you're playing like the AI. So I made sure that the helicopters couldn't really do anything. What's up, Crunked? Crunked. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Now I gotta learn my navigation. Aaron's really heavy on this fucking navigation thing, so I gotta learn how to use my waypoints. And then I need to learn, once I learn my waypoints, I gotta learn communication. So like talking to the tower and talking to air traffic control, because when we go in these big forms, you'll come into land, and if you don't do it properly, you'll get like kicked out of these like main groups that you don't want to get kicked out of. And it's because people, you know, they set up their plane, it takes like 20 minutes for them to take off, and then they're like finally ask permission to go into the threshold and the beginning threshold of the runway, and you're on final approach, and you haven't called that you're on final, and you go crash and take them out. It's like I'm sure they frown on that. So Aaron's like, yeah, you gotta learn how to talk to the tower. But I think that we're not gonna probably go do like public missions like that just yet, so I'm thinking that that's like the least of my worries. And if I have a wingman like Aaron, or if I'm Aaron's wingman, then he can just fucking call the tower and he can teach me how to do something. What are you doing? Yeah, there's so much to fucking learn about these fucking. That's why I like it. There's a big learning curve there, but like you can defeat missiles just by changing altitude and running out their energy. So like, if someone has an AMRAAM on you, their effective range is like 20 miles, but that's at like 30,000 feet. So if you shoot and just dive down and drag it down into thicker air, it loses all its energy. So there's this like certain type of strategy that you have to do to be able to defeat people and to shoot them down before they shoot you down. And you only get a certain amount of moves to do it in, because you only have a certain amount of altitude. So that's where it's gonna get really like, oh, it's gonna get really tricky. And Aaron's saying like, oh yeah, there's these calculations you gotta do. I'm like, Aaron, fuck the calculations, okay? Maverick wouldn't use calculations. I think that's why he's going to be more of an Iceman and I'm going to be more of a Maverick. He's like, you don't even land the plane right. I'm like, yeah, but I land the plane every time perfectly on the threshold. I don't need to learn how to land the plane right. I just do it anyways, you know? But I should learn how to land the plane right. I'm just using my previous flight training when I was, 20 years ago to, oh, that's a wall. To keep things together. I do like really difficult, like non-powered, and like I'll run out of gas all the time, and I'll do like a dead stick landing on an F-18. Like that's pretty hard shit to do. But I'm pretty good at like bleeding my speed and using the air brake. Anyways, I definitely have to figure out the aircraft landing because there's a way to do it. Well, Aaron's like, I want to be Goose. And I'm like, you don't want to be Goose, buddy. Goose dies. You gotta be Iceman. Because he wants to get the F-14. And he's like, man, I don't even care. You can be Maverick. I'll be Goose. And he'll sit in the second seat. And I pilot. And he's like, I don't even care, man. It just looks amazing. Bodhi's very fussy right now too. Like today, literally, if we're not with him, he immediately starts crying, and like we've never seen this before. Doesn't have a temperature. He's fine that way. He might be cutting a tooth, but he's never acted like this when he cuts teeth, and he has 8 teeth already. But maybe he's cutting like more of a molar tooth. Maybe it's hurting him. It's either that or he's literally about to walk. Because apparently kids will digress in their behavior if they're on to like a really big breakthrough. So he's either going to talk. He's either cutting a tooth or he's going to start talking or walking. One or the other, so... fuck was that? Jesus Christ. I was like, my right side of the brain was like having conflicts with the fucking left side. Yeah. That's a very difficult trick to do. Nope. Jenny, I really don't think you should be doing it like that, because if he lets go, he's gonna smack his face into the triple tree. He loves that goddamn bike so much. Bodhi. Okay, baby. Can you just give me 20 more minutes? Nana. Make sure you're watching his hands, baby. I don't trust Jenny when, because I bring him on the bike, and he loves that goddamn bike so much, the little Strider bike. But I don't trust Jenny with him on it. Not that I don't trust my wife, it's just I feel like I've done the whole risk thing for such a long time when I was stunting motorcycles for like a living, that I understand the risk factors, and then I feel like my reaction time is a little bit better than hers as well. And when she panics, she doesn't work well under pressure, so the whole panic button would happen, and then yeah. Good boy, Bodhi. Daddy's so proud of you. He's just like, Dad, get Mom the hell out of here right now and get over here and start pushing me faster than this, okay? I feel like I need to download some new music, because I've literally, this is the 44th episode with the same fucking 8 songs, and I feel like I need to download some music for some motivation for flow, because I feel like I'm stuck right now in this, I'm doing the same tricks over and over again, and I need to figure out how to flow them a little bit better, to make different variations of that trick. That's why when you see me right now, it's like I'm not doing I'm doing small differences in them to try to make them look different, but at the same time just try to see if we can't find something that works, you know? Yeah, I think that people are, you can raise reaction time, you can practice it, but you can only get to a certain reaction time. It's kind of like a governor for your genetics. That's why these people that play Quake and gamers and these guys that play that fucking one, that really big one. Anyways, there's a difference between pro reaction times and just a hardcore gamer reaction time. So I do think I have probably above average reaction time, But I don't think it's anything like these fucking gamers who are like 1 in a million and they can just like perfectly, precisely do like really, really high, fast reaction times all the time. That's why I'm not good at the racing. Well, as good as like the top like 3% of the racers that are out there. And that's why you find like when you have these guys playing DRL, you find you're finding now that all these actual pilots are getting smoked by people who have like a PS4 controller and just sit there and fucking play the game. My god, Jenny, you guys are being so goddamn noisy in my mic right now. Oh, fuck my neck. My neck's so fucking hurt. Ow, fuck. Just me trying to like stretch. I'm like getting fucking back spasms right now. Fuck you, a dolphin. Yeah, I feel like I'm not on the ball today. Like it's taking a couple more tricks or a couple more effort or like attempts to do tricks that I usually have unlocked, but it could be I feel like I'm getting burnt out from doing these fucking things. And I feel like I can't break, like I was saying earlier, I can't break this like rhythm of doing the same shit. The only way I can get out of rhythms like that usually is if I just stop flying. But since I'm like trying to make this fucking effort to do these things consistently, it's not really a fucking option, so No, not the fucking house. What a useless level that is. Fuck me, man. I'm no joke. I'm going to bed. Like, literally, as soon as Bodhi goes to sleep, I'm fucking going to bed. Like, I'm just fucking drained right now. I didn't recover from, like, last week's little fucking mishaps that Bodhi fed me. The fucked up thing about this is Bodhi's sucking the life out of me, but like he can literally get into REM sleep like immediately. Whereas if I lose like even an hour of REM sleep, it'll take me like 4 days to get it back. Yeah. Sound like I'm making excuses or anything like that, but I just am not like flying good right now. But we've had those days before, right? And usually like the next day is always better than today. And that's all we gotta remember. I don't think it helps that like in my free time right now I'm just like glued to DCS World, and I'm like it's like frustrating when you spend 2 hours trying to figure something out and it's like one fucking button that you missed. Yeah. No, come on. What am I gonna have for dinner? I'll tell you one thing though, Jenny's not like, and you can't get mad at Jenny's ideas she's having. She got this stuff called coconut sugar. my god, is it amazing. It's so much healthier for you than like even brown sugar too. It tastes so good. She made these like healthy chocolate chip cookies today. My god. And she does not bake, but for her first try, she knocked it right out of the goddamn park. I think we're finding a pattern between my sleep and me being good at creativity. And I think, like, I had a friend that worked for Aritzia as, like, the chief graphic designer. And she would get these, like, the company would be like, take the day off work today on us and just go relax, get some rest, and go do something creative. Go do something you never usually do, like go to the art museum or, you know, go see a concert. Like, they would literally pay for them to go do this shit. And I think it's very true, man. Like, you can't be creative with lack of sleep. Like, that shit's coming from your soul. Unless you're soulless, like some fucking pilots out there, but or even like artists, you know, it's still coming from a pretty special place. So if you're not mentally in it, I think that, and sleep is a big goddamn factor if you're mentally in it or not, I think that you're going to not be as good. And I never used to be like this. Like, I was like that person that was a night owl, and I would like, it was hard for me to wake up to go to my old job at like 10 o'clock. And it's just all changed having Bodhi, but my god, am I not fucking excited for 5 and 6 a.m. hockey practices. Oh my god, it's so cold. It's literally so cold. I told Jenny, I'm like, I'll do the first 2 years of his life. I'll do the early shifts. But when it comes to fucking hockey season, that's all you. And that's like, if he's like rep A, which he will be, because he's my goddamn son, and if he's gonna be rep A, he's gonna be goddamn rep A if I tell him to, okay? I'm just joking. I won't push him, but I'll definitely give him all the fucking tools so he can go out there and be as successful as he can. But yeah, if he's playing Rep A, AAA, he's on the goddamn rink like 6 days a week. And then in the spring, he's in the fucking ice like 6 days a week, twice a day, doing like skill, like working on your like skating, and then like literally puck handling. And then maybe they might do like theory and some like open scrimmaging. But nowadays the hockey programs are so goddamn different from when I went to play minor hockey. It's like they don't even start playing hockey until 5 or 6 now. No, 7. I think 5 or 6, they're literally just working on their fundamentals, skating, puck handling. And this is why Canadians are so goddamn good at hockey, though. We have this crazy fucking hockey program now. I'm like so bored with the same fucking tricks right now. I'm just like throwing front flips into them to see what they look like. Jenny's just not listening to me right now. I've like told her so many times, get the fuck out of the room. Like, we have so many fucking rooms in this house. Why do you guys have to be in the one that I'm doing this fucking thing on right now? Even though it's like, I don't give a shit. Like, Bodhi can be wherever he wants to be. And my wife can be wherever he wants to be. But it's like, at least listen, you know? Oh, fuck. I'm done. I'm done, guys. That's it. That's it. I can't do it anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit Jenny's ass down right here and be like, this is what I hear, okay? I guess Roscoe doesn't have that many ice rinks where he's from, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, okay. Everyone stay safe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. But thanks for dropping in.